story is called Sweet Soup. The sign outside the grocery store was impossible to miss. Try Sweet Soup, the soup that's nourishing and tastes like gummy worms. It was written in bold, glittery letters with a picture of a golden spoon swirling a rainbow-colored soup that looked like liquid candy. Every kid in town was talking about it, and Cass and Cassandra were no exception. "Mom, Dad, can we get Sweet Soup?" Cass begged, holding a colorful flyer he'd snagged from the cereal aisle. "It's healthy," Cassandra added, "and it tastes like gummy worms. It's like eating dessert for dinner." The parents exchanged a glance. Dad raised an eyebrow. "How much does it cost?" Cass flipped the flyer over. $14.99 a can." Mom gasped. "For soup? Absolutely not. We are not paying that much." "Aw, come on," Cassandra groaned. "Nope," Dad said firmly. "We'll make regular soup at home that's healthy and affordable." Cass and Cassandra pouted all the way home, dreaming of the sweet, wormy goodness they'd never taste. The next day, Dad came home from the store with a triumphant grin. "Good news, kids. I found a much cheaper version of Sweet Soup." He held a can with a weird label that read, "Tasty Worm Broth, as sweet as a bug's hug." Beneath the title was a cartoon worm wearing sunglasses giving a thumbs up. Cass squinted. Are you sure this is the same thing?" "Of course," Dad said, setting it on the counter. "It's the generic brand, same idea, half price." "Let's try it," Cassandra said, eager to prove him wrong, or maybe to secretly love it. Dinner that night was strange. The soup smelled sweet, like melted candy, but it was an unsettling shade of pinkish green. "Here goes nothing," Cass muttered, taking a spoonful. The moment the soup touched his lips, he perked up. "It does taste like gummy worms," he exclaimed. "Better than gummy worms," Cassandra added, slurping loudly. Even Mom and Dad couldn't resist. "It's oddly good," Mom admitted, spooning another helping. The whole family polished off the pot in record time, giggling at how surprisingly delicious it was. The next morning, Cassandra woke up with an itchy arm. She scratched it lazily, but when she looked down, her skin wasn't skin anymore. It was bright red and shiny like gummy candy, she shrieked. Cass burst into her room, clutching his hands. "Cassandra, my fingers are yellow and squishy." They ran to the kitchen to find their parents, each staring at each other in horror. Dad's left leg was a giant green gummy stick, and Mom's hair had turned into long, stretchy gummy strands. "What's happening to us?" Mom wailed. "The soup," Cass cried. "It's turning us into gummy worms." "Calm down," Dad said, though it was hard to take him seriously with one eye slowly transforming into a gummy eye patch. But things only got worse. By lunchtime, the whole family had shrunk down to worm size and could no longer walk. They had to wiggle. "This is a nightmare," Mom said in her now high-pitched squeak voice. "It's actually kind of fun," Cass said, twirling his gummy tail. "I'm super bouncy." "We do smell amazing," Cassandra added, sniffing her cherry-scented arm. Suddenly, the ground beneath them rumbled. Their gummy bodies were so light that they sucked into the cracks of the floor and into the dirt below. The family landed in a dark but surprisingly cozy underground tunnel. The walls shimmered like rock candy, and the other gummy worms poked their heads out of their burrows, waving cheerfully. "Welcome," said a neon blue gummy worm wearing a gummy crown. "You must have tried to taste the gummy worm broth. Happens to the best of us." "Are we stuck like this?" Dad asked. Yep, said the king, but don't worry, life underground is great. No bills to pay, no chores, and everything tastes like candy. Cass and Cassandra exchanged excited looks. And what about the kids? Mom asked. Oh, they'll love it, the king said. We have gummy soccer leagues, marshmallow campfires, and licorice zip lines. Cass grinned. This is way cooler than regular life. As the family burrowed deeper into their new sugary home, they realized being gummy worms wasn't so bad after all. From that day on, they embraced their sweet, wiggly lifestyle, gathering around licorice campfires to sing songs and tell stories of the magical, life-changing soup. They never missed a single day of soccer, and they never wanted real soup again. That was a terrifying tale. Thanks for listening. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and our other socials for more content, and buy your book by searching Scary Stories for Creepy Kids on Amazon. Also, send us your own scary stories and we might include it on a future episode. Email us at scarystoriesforcreepykids@gmail.com. Peace out. Bye. Mom gasped. For soup? Absolutely not. We are not paying that much. Aw, come on, Cassandra groaned. Nope, Dad said firmly.
Let's do it again.
Nope, Dad said firmly. We'll make regular soup at home that's healthy and affordable. Cass and Cassandra slurped all
Salt.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Cass and Cassandra slurped all.
Nope, again.
Can you just change the?
No,
can
but
I
just say
No.
Pouted. We'll change it to pouted.
Pouted all the way home. Okay. The next day, Dad came home from the store with a triumphant grin. Good news, kid. I found a much cheaper version of sweet soup. He held a can with a weird label that read, "Tasty worm broth as sweet as a bug's hug." Beneath it was a cartoon wearing sunglasses giving a thumbs
You
up.
gotta say cartoon
I know.
worm, honey.
I know, and it's beneath the title was a car. Yeah. I'll just redo the he held a weird. Cass and Cassandra slugged all the way home, dreaming of the sweet, wormy goodness they'd never taste. As the family burrowed deeper into their new sugary home, they realized being giant gummy worms.
Yep.
They're small.
Just say being gummy worms.
Okay. As their sweet wiggly life. Is it wiggly or wiggly?
Wiggly.
Wiggly?
Mhm.
Okay.